Here we go. Hello, everyone. We're so happy to have you with us tonight. We've done a lot of preparation on a special subject that we want to share with you all. There are some super tips we have for you to have happy hormones. How can you keep your hormones balanced, this homeostasis for your hormones? That is what we want to share with you. So we have a bunch of different tips from several of us. And tonight we're going to be starting off with Lisa, and she wants to tell you something she uses to support her thyroid. So go ahead, Lisa, and tell us what you have if you can. Maybe she can't do it right now. Okay,
Okay.
oh, can you? Okay, good. Go ahead.
Hold on one second. I'm
Okay.
at work, but um so can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. The one thing I just wanted to mention is I about the thyromin, and I might be brief, but um mostly what we have to remember is your thyroid gland really regulates so much in your whole body. And between the extracts, herbs and amino acids and essential oils, our product is really excellent. And one of the things I wanted to mention was what was in it. And it says, okay, parsley is excellent for thyroid. It is so good for a lot of different things. The thyroid powder is from a
I'll
bovine.
share and come to see the
Um,
coffin.
are you there? Okay. Bovine source. The pituitary gland is in other words, like it's a swine, from the swine. Adrenal gland, peppermint, spearmint, myrtle, and different vitamins, and of course essential oils that are in there. But premium essential oils, the magnesium, potassium, all things will make for supporting your thyroid. It is really important to have a doctor test it from time to time to see that your numbers are not too high or too low. But if you can replace some of the medication with this one, it's good. But again, under a doctor's order only. So we want to
Okay.
just keep that in mind. But I love it. I do use it. It mentions to use it at night before you go to bed for the best relief, or sometimes early in the morning you first get up, but don't eat until an hour later, so that it gets into your excellent product. You can do more research, but again, ask your doctor on that.
Okay, thank you. She's talking about a supplement for your thyroid. So this is something that is a great help for your hormones, and that's something that Lisa found that helped her out best. So I'm going to go ahead and share some thoughts with you about dosing. So let's talk about dosing. When we're talking about our hormones, we want to talk about dosing. So, what am I talking about? Let me show you what I'm talking about. I am talking about four different hormones in our system that we want to support and help regulate. So the first one is, you see, it's DOSE. So we're talking about dosing. The first one is the D, and that is dopamine. And this is something that people who have Parkinson's do not have enough of. But dopamine is the reward chemical in our bodies. So if you do something like you accomplish something you've set out to do, maybe you slept enough that you've eaten healthy, you play your favorite song, you do things to take care of yourself. This is dopamine. When you accomplish something, your body releases dopamine. So that is one of the hormones that we want to help balance in our system. So what's after the D? O, oxytocin. Oxytocin is our love hormone. So this is where we give somebody a compliment. We release oxytocin. We hold hands. We snuggle with our pets. This is oxytocin. These are happy hormones. These are hormones that help keep us happy. So that's the O. So we've done DO, dopamine and oxytocin. What's the S? Serotonin. Serotonin helps us to stabilize our mood. If we're having crazy fits, maybe we need some balancing for serotonin in our system. We need our mood stabilized. We need to stop and we need to meditate. These are things that help Go for a run or for a walk, get a massage, soak in some sunshine. That's really the best thing. And this is why it's great to talk about hormones in the winter, because this is the time our hormones are most off balance. So serotonin is the S when we're dosing, and the E, endorphins. This is my favorite. This is my favorite hormone that I love to have in my system, and this comes after strenuous exercise. Essential oils can help balance out all of these hormones. They help keep us healthy, but endorphins come from a belly laugh. Do you ever have a really strong laugh? Well, that's releasing endorphins in your system. What about dark chocolate? Do you ever crave dark chocolate? Maybe you need more endorphins in your system. You paint a picture. This is releasing endorphins, playing with children, remembering happy times. So remember, we want our dosing to be happy. So DOSE, I'm going to quiz you on this later. Dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. So we're going to talk about how can we help balance out these hormones in our system so they're going to help us best. Okay, let me take that down. And I am going to go ahead and talk to you all about a very simple way to help these hormones stay happy in our system. Well, Young Living has created, Gary Young especially, a protocol that helps with these hormones being balanced in our system. So anytime you do any kind of a protocol, you'll find with Young Living, we start with Valor. So I'm just going to go ahead and walk you guys through this. Who has done the Happy Day Protocol? Go ahead and raise your hands. Who has done the Happy Day Protocol?
Mm, da, 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 da. Well,
Maybe. Okay, let me go ahead and share with you the Happy Day Protocol. Okay, we got three of
mm,
us at least. This
mm,
is made by Young Living for us to stay happy. Okay, here we go with this is the four oils. And at the end, we're going to talk about how you can get these oils. And we're going to go ahead and give some prizes to some of you who apply this information. If you decide you want to go ahead and get this Great Day protocol, the Happy Day protocol, let us know, because I'm going to give a prize away to whoever goes ahead and uses some of the information that we're teaching. So number one is Valor. So if you have these oils around, go ahead and pull them out, because we're going to go ahead and do this together later. Valor is number one. Number two is Harmony or Highest Potential. So if you have these oils, pull them out and we're going to use them together. Number three is Joy. Maybe this is the only one you have. That's a start, but Joy is number three for this Happy Day protocol. And number four is White Angelica. So go ahead and run and grab these oils if you have them, because we are going to talk about them individually, how they help us balance our hormones, and what they can do for you. Okay, let me pull this graphic down, and we're going to start with Valor. So let me go ahead and share with you what Valor is, what it does, and how that can help you. I want to go ahead and say too, if you're making notes, you might want to take some screenshots so you have this, because any protocol, anything new, it's very hard to remember. And you might grab these oils on your monthly order and say, what do I do with them? Okay, so Valor can be used, this one says on the bottom of your feet. It goes well with Highest Potential. I told you Harmony is the third oil in this kit, second oil, but I love Highest Potential better. So Valor helps equalize the body. It increases oxygen in our glands, all of these things. It says it gets us ready for higher intelligence and waking up being more assured. So Valor is step number one. Valor is the oil. And with this protocol, I just put it on my wrists or the back of my neck. So Valor is step one for this protocol. Step number two is Highest Potential or Harmony. Now, this is the kind of protocol, when you're doing protocols, you have to keep this up. Most protocols you have to do for about a month until you see results. I would say if you did this for 3 days in a row, you would definitely feel a difference in your hormones. So number two is harmony or highest potential. So this one says put it on your lumbar. Here is something I would say with harmony or highest potential. This is for the Great Day Protocol, what we're talking about, the Happy Hormones Protocol. You want to go ahead and you want to put this oil on above your belly button. And to me, that was kind of hokey. Why would we take an oil and put it above our belly button? But we have a huge bunch of nerves called a solar plexus right above our belly buttons.
Mhm.
So these nerves go out throughout our body. And this is going to affect all of our nerve endings. So you want to take your harmony or your highest potential, and you want to put that right above your belly button. And that is going to go into all of your nerve endings. That is going to help you balance your nervous system in such a beautiful way. You will be thanking us later. So, number three is joy. So, how many of you have joy? Let me go ahead and see how many of you have joy.
I don't know if I
Great.
do.
Yep. It's a very, very common oil. And joy is just like it says, joy is to help keep us joyful. And if you can see the oils that are in joy, the individual oils in this blend, they go on forever. There's rose in there, lang-a-lang is in there, geranium is in there, bergamot is in there, tangerine is in there. I mean, this is a beautiful oil. And the thing about oils is if you love, 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 like you want to eat it, or you hate, hate, hate an oil, your body probably needs it for balancing. And this is an oil that I was using at a time in my life. I wasn't very happy and I absolutely hated it. Now it just smells normal to me. So joy, and joy, you know where it goes, right above your heart. So you want to put a drop of joy on your heart. Just do these 4 drops when you get out of bed and start your day for the happiest day possible. Last but not least in this protocol is my favorite. It's white angelica. This is such a beautiful oil. It has 10 different oils in this oil blend. It's not angelica, which is an individual oil, but white angelica. If you look at that blend of these 10 oils, it has Melissa in there, the most expensive oil there is to purchase. It has coriander, it has hyssop, it has sacred sandalwood, it has rose, second most expensive oil you can purchase. So you can get this blend and it's a reasonable price. Bergamot, myrrh, geranium, black spruce, and lang lang. So the thing about white angelica that you're going to see when we do this together is you put on your shoulders and you will see the tension melt. The
Mm.
tension melts. It's an amazing, amazing oil. So these 4 oils used every day. I want you guys, any of you get this kit, I'm going to put you in a pot to give a prize to one of you because everybody should know this protocol. And when you get into the winter season, when your emotions are just a little down, your hormones are wacky, this is a way to help you balance out your hormones. So, how many of you were able to get your oils to do this with me here?
Oh.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Here's another reason I want to go ahead and tell you all that this is very, very important because they're to have these happy hormones or to keep our hormones happy. Go ahead and show them to you one more time here. That there are so many endocrine disruptors that are playing with our hormones in our day-to-day life that we have to work to keep our hormones balanced. So this is what we're going to be doing. We have valor, we have harmony, we have joy, and we have white angelica. So let's just go ahead. I'm going to take the graphics down now and we're going to walk through this together. Okay, let's start with our valor. Valor, everybody have your valor. Get it out. We're going to do this together. Open your valor up. Put it into a drop in your hand. Go ahead and drop it into your hand. It's that pretty blue color. And it's on my laptop now. But take it, and I like to put it behind my neck. So if you have your oils there, and then you want to take 3 deep sniffs, get it in your limbic load, get it working on your body. 1, 2, 3. That's amazing. It's so beautiful. Okay. That's valor. Step 1. Very simple. Just walk you through it. Choose for yourself if you have them both. If you have one, choose what you have. Harmony, highest potential. I love highest potential. I don't know, it's just kind of
Uh,
first.
he was first to
So we
contact
want to, we want to
about
go ahead and we want to take our highest potential and we want to, hold on, we're going to let some more people in here. Want to take our highest potential, do the same thing, get a drop of it into your hand. There we go. This is a clear one, so not so easy to see. Where are we going to put this? Who remembers where this one goes? Solar plexus. Where is it? Everybody
Belly
remember?
button, belly button.
There you go. Right above your belly button. Put it on, rub it on. And after you get it on there, you want to make sure it's working in your body. 3 deep sniffs. 1, 2, 3. So we've got our second step for our hormone balancing going on, highest potential. Number 3, what is it? What's number 3?
Joy.
Where do we put it?
Heart, above the heart.
Good job, guys. Okay, take your drop, put it above your heart. This is just so amazing. And then get those beautiful flowery oils with some citrus in there to keep us happy into our limbic lobe. Oh man, I actually feel better already. Okay, last but not least, white angelica. This might be an oil you don't have. If you don't know the value of it, it's really, really hard to think of ordering it. But this is one everybody should put on their monthly order. 1 drop. There we go. Doing this in the morning is the very best thing. This is on your shoulders. And I want you, anybody who's done this or is doing this with me now, tell me how your shoulders feel. It just immediately releases those muscles that are like this in everybody's shoulders. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Did anyone put it on their shoulders? They want to tell me how they feel? Let me know. All right. Am I alone here? Well, my shoulders, if you can see, my shoulders are super relaxed. It is just a great thing to be able to do. So that is just some preliminary things that I wanted to share with you all about balancing hormones. And if there's some more time, I'll share some more things, but I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Claudia.
Hey everybody, it is me. I'm going to share some graphics with you. So I am going to be discussing with you, and I want you to really get to know this product. This is Cortistop supplement we're going to talk about. Many of you probably have supplements at home, and I'm going to explain briefly what the difference is with supplements from Young Living. So supplements from Young Living have essential oils in them. And why is that important? It's important because it will help your body to absorb the nutrients faster. So a lot of you that take supplements, maybe you see a difference after a few months. Maybe you never see a difference in your blood test. I know Mota, I know she saw a big difference when she took the vitamin D, but we're discussing hormones today. So let me share a graphic with you, and you guys just take a picture of it if it's something that you can relate to. This is a graphic of what high cortisol levels look like. So if you have high cortisol, let me see if I did it. Add. You guys see it? It could be body weight. It could be hair falling out. Let me share another graphic that's a little bit easier to look at. High cortisol. Here we go. Okay. It could be weight gain, especially in the middle. It could be focus issues. It could be differences with your blood pressure, fatigue, anxiety, depression, headaches, sleep issues, and more. So when we talk about the more, I've had young women come to me. This happens to men too. This is not just for women, but you'll see a difference in your middle. You'll see a difference with your gas. You'll see a difference with anxiety. Someone very close to me, she was describing to me how she felt. And I said, that's a panic attack. And she's like, no, I don't have panic attacks. But when you don't have your hormones balanced, it's very easy for a panic attack to happen. So let me tell you what came up in the scan for each of these people, because I forgot who it was. Lisa mentioned going to the doctor. It's just nice to know where to start. So the scan that I did showed that this was the solution. So it says here women's bodies, but I want to put a disclaimer on it. This is also for men. This is also for men. So Cortisol stops high cortisol levels. I noticed my personal difference. Did everyone get a picture of this one? Because this is an important supplement, especially in the times that we're in. This is just a big help. So I started it last Saturday, and by my third day, I noticed a difference in my stress levels and my sleep and my body's pH balance. My belly went down in 3 days. So I was having a little Buddha belly, and I didn't change my eating. I wasn't munching on ice cream. I'm an active person, but I noticed weight in the middle, like overnight. Like I was like, where did this come from? So the Cortistop for me helped me with the inflammation. So I'm going to tell you what the dosage is on Cortistop. But first of all, let me just look at you. Is there anyone here that the cortisol information was helpful? High cortisol? Okay. Oh, I love you guys so much. So this is something that is happening to so many of us. And if you get a scan, or if the doctor tells you, hey, or sometimes even when you know your own body, like I knew my own body, but when I did the scan, this was the number one thing. So what I did, my dosage is 2 in the morning, and I dissolve it in water. And what I did is, with Young Living supplements, you just start with the lowest dosage. I dissolve these in water before my breakfast. If you can swallow capsules, great. I'm not a great pill taker. So I just put it in a glass of water. Right before breakfast, I took 2. And like I said, by day 3, I saw a difference. By day 3, I saw a difference. The Cortistop, if you don't see a difference, so try it for a week. If you're like, I really don't have everything under control, then the information is to take 2 more at nighttime. But I've just been doing 2 in the morning. Then they suggest to use it for 8 weeks. So you have to make notes on this, 8 weeks. And then they want your body to have a break, like maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, up to 4 weeks break. So with people in my age group, so Chris and I are close to the same age group, I'm going through the change at this time. And this has been a personal answer to a prayer. It feels good to feel better emotionally. It feels fantastic to feel better emotionally. It feels good to feel deflated, because when you have that stomach swelling or the muffin top, you're like, where did this, and this happens to men too. So I'm going to put my husband on the Cortistop. Does anybody have questions about Cortistop? I can address some questions if you have any. Go ahead, Livy.
Can men take the Cortistop as well?
Yes, absolutely. So, and we have some testimonies in the education page of men using Cortistop, because men also have high cortisol levels. And I found it interesting that high cortisol can also affect your blood pressure in a negative manner. So cortisol is known as the death hormone. And everything Chris talked about the daily protocol, it's very important, because we have what's known as endocrine disruptors. So when I see people that are hormonally out in the fields, I always ask 3 questions. Do you use fragrance? Do you use a lot of hand sanitizer? And do you use a lot of toxic cleaners? Those are my 3 top questions, because those are things that we are our own architects of our own disaster. We're throwing our hormones into fight mode. And you'll see, you'll be like, well, what's causing this? Is it my age? Is it? But the number one thing, especially with the young people in our area, it's fragrance. So at the end of the class, we're going to talk to you about some things that Young Living is bringing to the table. But even the protocol that Chris shared, for you to grab control of your emotions, for you to feel more positive, for you to feel more motivated, for you to be able to have energy, to breathe in your oils, to diffuse your oils, that's the easiest step to take control of starting out your balance. But the Cortistop is a supplement, and what I like about it is instructions are on the bottle. You know, like Chris was breathing it in, but I saw everyone, all of us watching Chris, we're like, "Wow, she looks nice. She looks relaxed." But until you experience it, when you know what to bring to the table and you use those exercises, then you'll feel like, oh, okay, because the protocol she did tonight is going to help her to rest tonight. And when I started Cortistop, the other thing that was very big for me, it was a disruption for my personal sleep cycle. So Cortistop was able to stop, I call it, it stops my personal crazy. Maybe it's life events, maybe it's a change. Like I said, sometimes teenagers young adults go through a change. They go through a change in their cycle. They go through a change in emotions. They go through a change in insomnia. And guess what? The same thing happens when you're in the change again. Except, for me, it's like I don't feel like I have anything to look forward to. Sometimes I'm like, well, what am I changing into besides, just getting older? But this makes you feel like you. And I was very happy that I felt like me in such a short period of time. But it's because the supplements from Young Living, since they have those essential oils in it, it's easier to absorb the nutrients. Rochelle, tell me what you got.
I have a question. If you could just share a little bit about sleep.
Like what?
You talked about sleep disruptors.
Okay.
So how has that helped you?
Okay, so sleep disruptors, endocrine disruptors, things that throw off your thyroid, things that you're using that are toxic chemicals that maybe you need a personal cleanup. So a lot of the sleep disruptions, you'll notice that you'll wake up 1 or 2 in the morning and you can't go back to sleep. You've got your brain on, your anxiety level is high, and then it turns into a vicious cycle because you need to sleep, but you can't shut everything off. So there's lots of things that we do for sleep disruptions, but Cortistop, if your sleep disruption is connected to high cortisol, this will be a help. And we have other things in Young Living that you could stack. So like Chris talked about breathing in an oil. So let's just say you breathed in lavender and you put it over the thyroid, or you rubbed it over the chest or the breast area. That's a help. If you diffuse by your bedtime with oils that are calming. And, we have a long list, and you guys, we've done classes before on sleep, but sometimes sleep cycle disruption can be connected to hormones. So since we're talking about hormones, we're mentioning the oils, like even Chris mentioning joy. That's usually an oil for women because women and flowers, it brings out balance. Men is mostly men and trees. So for my husband, frankincense, peace and calming. Idaho blue spruce is a fabulous oil for testosterone levels. We have a supplement for men called Powergize. Women can use it as well. But men, it's not just us, it's just when I look at the class, the only man I see is Carmen's husband, which I love him. Hello, Carmelo. I'm so proud of you. But like men, we have women, we have our issues, men do too. And so when Chris mentioned the joy oil, for us as women, for most of us, to diffuse that at nighttime would be beautiful. If you find joy overwhelming, put it in your diffuser. Put it in your diffuser. Try to put it over the thyroid, or even Lisa mentioned Endoflex. This is where I use Endoflex. If you feel your thyroid needs support, the Thyromin and the Endoflex, they are designed right there for the thyroid. But the Cortistop, this has been my wake up moment. Chris told me she had this supplement, and I said, you know what? After I share with you how my week has gone, you're going to never take this supplement for granted again. So I'm going to start my husband on it the next month. But that was my presentation on Cortistop. I hope you guys find it helpful.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Claudia. Like Claudia was saying, there's so many other things that we can do for our hormones. I think Elvie wanted to ask another question. Go ahead.
Claudia, can you take Endoflex and thyroid? Was it thyroid?
Roman,
Yeah.
it's like a marriage made in heaven.
Oh,
So when is an oil that you put on the thyroid that you can use as your personal perfume? Thyromen is a little bit more intense in the sense that it's a daily supplement that you take before nighttime, and it's for the thyroid. So I just want to mention something personal. Both my girls, one of my girls, I know for a fact her thyroid is off. I know it. I know it. I've tested her for it. I know it. But when she goes to the doctor, this is what they say. Oh, it's in the normal range. Have you ever been told that something's in the normal range, but you know there's something off because you know yourself. And so when she said, oh, it's in the normal range, I said, absolutely not. I said, ask for more testing and use this meanwhile until they find out the cause. But we have lots of people that have taken the Thyromen, and they've kept close relationship with the doctor, and they've seen a difference in the numbers, that thyroid medicine had to be regulated because it wasn't needed at the same strength. And I think those are powerful testimonies. So the supplements from Young Living, what they do is they are designed to help your body do what it was designed to do. When you need medication, a medication takes over a function, and your body says, oh, I don't have to do this anymore because we have this medication. So sometimes doing both and talking to your doctor about it helps your body to get back to the level. Okay, this is what you were designed for, and you might need a little help with medication, but if you don't want to stay on the medication wagon permanently, that's where the supplements can be a huge help to get back where you need to be, especially when you're working along with it. When you're working along with your diet and you're working along with being your own personal advocate, and it's not hit or miss, because you're not going to feel hormonally balanced if you only show up for a Friday class and say, that Chris, she was so fabulous. But you don't put any of the practices of what you need to regulate you, and keep a personal journal, because that's also very helpful.
So let me go ahead and share this other graphic with you guys because of the fact that we have so much going on that we don't even realize that's playing with our hormones. This is just a sampling of
Exactly.
what's going on. In normal everyday products all around us, our hormones are not working properly. Our endocrine system is kind of clogged. So that is why the protocol I shared with you is a beautiful protocol to help keep our hormones happy. This is just an example. But if, like Claudia was saying, if anything says fragrance, pitch it, because that's going to be toxic to your system. If you're having craziness going on in your body, that you feel too hot, too cold, you're not up, you're tired, you're bouncing around. If your body is not balanced, some of these things could be what is causing the imbalance in your system. So if you pitch these items and you start using clean Young Living products like that Happy Day protocol with those 4 oils, or if it's a cortisol thing, like Claudia was saying, that cortistop would be something. If it's a thyroid thing, like Lisa was saying, the Thyramine might be the supplement for you. But just think about, are we being as clean as possible? Are we doing that for ourselves? If we are, then we're going to feel better. But we don't want to take too much time because we could go on and on about different items that Young Living has, like Progestins Plus, Young and Old Love, Clary Sage, Young and Old Love, Endoflex, Young and Old Love. So all of these things are extra items that help with the hormones. But let's just concentrate on the 2 things that we were telling you about tonight. Let me go ahead and share that graphic. Who remembers some of our hormones? The dosing. Anybody remember what the dosing's about? Go ahead, Rochelle.
What's it about, or what the
What were they?
acronym is?
What were they? The 4 hormones we were talking about, DOSE, dosing.
Dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and I could not remember the E.
Endorphins. That's my
Endorphins,
favorite.
that's an important one.
Yeah, endorphins is when you go for a run and you come back and you felt horrible when you left and you're like, I feel great. So that's endorphins. So those are 4 hormones that we want to keep balanced out in our system. And who remembers the 4 oils that help balance out those 4 hormones? Anybody remember the four oils? Go ahead, Cindy.
I have valor,
Mm.
harmony, joy,
Yep.
and is it white angelica?
Yes.
It is. Yeah, I think you
Very
should
sure of it.
apply for that.
Scan them all.
Okay.
Perfect. Good job. Okay. So thank you guys who are on watching this later. A lot of us like to watch it later. Oh, I did want to share. Let me go ahead and share a couple more little recipes with you all. This is a liquid calm. See if you can see it there. Are you guys able to see that graphic?
Yes, that looks really good.
Okay, that's a blend you can make if you have some of those oils around. Take a screenshot of that so you can do that later. Liquid calm, just to calm us down. That's just a little idea there for our hormones. And there's another blend, another graphic that I had for you all that is another idea for a blend that you can make to help out your hormones. So can you see this too? On my screen, it's looking extremely tiny. Are you
I
able?
see it. I see it.
Perfect. Thank you. So go ahead and get a screenshot of that and just some other ideas if these are oils that you have around until you can get these four beautiful oils, which are Joy, Valor, White Angelica, and Harmony or Highest Potential. So that is information. Oh, for those of you watching this later, if you want to grab them, I made a little QR code so that you are able to, you can see that also. I don't know why I'm not seeing my graphics tonight. That one you can't. Let me try and see if I can share that with you again. Are you able to see that?
No, it's not even up all the way, Chris.
No, it's not.
Just to open it up all the way.
All right. Let me try one more time. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe I got too much stuff on my screen. Let me shut some of these down. Last try, and then we'll go on to just a reminder of what these, oh, that is showing a bunch of crazy. That was really crazy. That's my brain on the computer. Let's try that again. Okay, is that better?
No.
No. All right, let's just stop with that. And I will, on the recording, I can put that in the link. But hopefully you all have this in mind. You're thinking of your cortisol if your cortisol is a little crazy. And these are the oils that you want to think about grabbing on your monthly order. Valor, Harmony, Joy, and White Angelica. And grab a screenshot of that so you know what to do with it later when you get these oils. But this is just such a beautiful blend. I have had so many on my team who have tried this out and absolutely fallen in love with it. And for another night, we'll have to share information on the feelings kit with you, which is a totally different protocol we did as a team, had a lot of fun with before. But I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording so that we can talk individually. And thank you guys who watch this later. Take care.